Let's take a close look at our CS90-3K and 4K Vandal Dome cameras. These are outdoor cameras, very durable cameras. You'll see more of these cameras on a system than other long-range cameras, bullet cameras, PTZ cameras, or any others. This is the true workhorse. So let's take a look at it. It's an IP67 rated housing. And what does that mean for us? It means that it's metal, it's designed to take a hit, and it's completely waterproof. So you can drop this camera in a bucket of water, and the only thing that you're going to get is video. It's perfect for extreme conditions. We have these cameras in Nome, Alaska, and in the Everglades in Florida. And so we have extreme temperature range, but it's designed for that. So don't worry about it. If you're in northern Michigan or somewhere and you're worried about your winters, this camera's already taken that into consideration. It's ready to go. So where would you use this camera? It's perfect for residence and business environments. It can be wall or ceiling mounted, and it can be aimed in any direction. A lot of people, when they see a Vandal Dome like this, sometimes they're often thinking, well, wait a minute, that has to be ceiling mounted. But it doesn't, because you can mount it onto a wall. If you loosen the locking screw right here, you can then turn the camera in any direction. So if I'm mounted to a wall and I want to look out at a parking lot, I can certainly do that. If I'm mounted to a ceiling and I need to look down a hallway, then you just simply do it that way. Once you get it aimed where you want, you secure the locking screw, locks everything in place, and the camera will stay that way for as long as it's installed. So it's really versatile on installation. I like it where public might have access to a camera because it's designed to take a hit. We'll show a little bit of the video at the end of this of us abusing these cameras so you can see just how much abuse they can actually take. Now this particular camera has two connections on it. It has a network connection and it has an optional power connection for a plug-in power supply. 99.9% of installations do not need to use the plug-in power because the camera has a PoE built in. PoE, power over Ethernet, means that just through the simple network cable connected to the camera, you transmit video to the NVR, and the NVR transmits power to the camera. This also transmits audio. So you don't have to worry about any of that. All you do is plug in the network cable, camera comes up, and everything starts working. As far as the camera goes itself, we have our lens here, we have a night vision system here, and we have a microphone, an integrated microphone right here. Now the lens is a 2.8 millimeter wide angle lens. That's going to open up the field of view at 110 degrees field of view. So that's going to cover a lot of ground up close. It's good for lobbies, it's good for porches, it's good for driveways, because your field of view from arm to arm, that's what you're going to see, 110 degrees. Now, with a wide angle lens, even with 4K cameras, there is a limitation to the distance where the camera is effective. So this camera right here is effective at identifying people up to about 80 feet. It will see past that in great detail. It will be sharp past 80 feet. The problem is things are just small because the wide angle lens is covering all this ground up close, and so things at distance again are small. The night vision system kicks on automatically if needed. This is a 24-hour color camera. It's designed to operate all night long in color. It doesn't get fuzzy and all the other things that we've seen with the older cameras at night. The video chip in this camera is ultra sensitive to light. It only takes the smallest amount of ambient light to stay in color and stay nice, crisp, and clear. The moon's light, a street light down the road, anything like that is enough light to keep this camera in color all night long. Now, if it is zero lux, no light whatsoever, it'll automatically turn on its night vision system, which makes the camera effective up to 90 feet with infrared light. That's what this little section of the camera is here. Now, the camera has an optional SD memory card that you can put in the camera right here. You take these two screws off, and you can put a 32 gig or 128 gig micro SD memory card in the camera. Now, why would you want to do that? It's pretty smart because it gives you redundancy in recording. If you go with that option, as the camera's streaming the video to the video recorder, it's also recording to that SD memory card. Someone breaks in and steals the recorder. We have video in the camera of them breaking in and stealing the recorder. The cameras are available with an optional mounting box. That's this section right here. Go with a mounting box. If the camera is mounting to brick or wood or concrete, anywhere where you can't protect the housing, you simply mount the back box to it. You can run the cable in through the conduit or right through the back. But what it does is it allows the cabling to be connected and be completely protected from weather. You won't have problems with the camera for decades by just simply using a back box. This is the weak link of the camera, and so protect it by either pushing the connection back into a wall, into a soffit, or using the mounting box to protect the connection. Now, the cameras, as far as operation goes, has a lot of software features in them that make them very powerful. Just a few of them are wide dynamic range, corridor mode, masking. Let's go through those real quick. Wide dynamic range. Let's say you mounted the camera in your lobby. You've got a perfect view of the lobby, but there's really bright lights or, the sun's outside of the windows in the lobby. The camera's going to do the best job it can to adjust between the darker lighting inside and that bright light outside. But by turning on the WDR, wide dynamic range, it simply adjusts it so that you can see inside and outside. Corridor mode is for when you're looking down long hallways. All cameras provide a widescreen view. We're all used to seeing the widescreen view, but that's not very good for a hall because you only care about the section in the hall. And on the sides, you're wasting 33% of your view here and here because it's just looking at the walls and you want to see what's down the hall. By turning on corridor mode, it flips the view, so 90% of your view is allowing you to see all the way down the hall, and you'll get a much better view up close and at distance in corridor mode. Privacy masking. This is when you're mounting the camera on a building, maybe on your house, and your neighbor's quite close. Maybe they've got a swimming pool or they've got a bathroom window or something that, is a little close to the camera's seeing it. You can actually go into the software and privacy mask that area off so it's not recorded, it's just seen as a black square. And you can do up to 16 of those sections on any single camera. So you can really dial in the privacy areas that are needed for each camera. This camera is available in 3K version and 4K version. How do you choose which one you want or which one you need? And the answer is, if you take the 3K version and the 4K version and put them side by side on monitors, they're going to look the same. Because the 3K and the 4K cameras exceed the resolution the monitor requires. Now, a 3K camera is 5.5 megapixel. A 4K camera is 8 megapixel. So it has 2.5 more megapixels than the 3K version, the 4K does. That's beneficial when you're recording a large area. You're seeing a nice crystal clear view, but you need detail at distance. Digital zoom allows you to zoom into those extra pixels, and where the 3K camera will start to pixelate and go blurry as you digitally zoom in, the 4K will allow you to go much further without pixelating. That's helpful if you're trying to grab a plate or identify a person at distance or just need more detail out at 80, 90, 100, or 120 feet. Great camera, incredibly durable. Highly recommend as your go-to camera for general security around your home or business. Now let's get on to the water test. Bucket's half full of water. Here we go. One more test. Okay, there we go. Extreme heat damage, so hot, started to melt the housing, cracked the lens, but we're still getting video. These cameras really have no limit. They're really hard to break. 5-year warranty. You want to win a $1,200 security camera system? All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll instantly be entered to win. The lucky YouTube subscriber will be chosen at the end of the month. So smash that subscribe button.